Love and light to all, and to all love and light. And oh, it's light. Yesterday was was one of those breakthrough days. Back against the wall. Challenges, physical and mental. And I'll tell you what, faith got me through it. Faith got me through it. All right, check this out. I want to talk about the world and how the world is mental. And I started this video. I do everything in first take, and I have music in my ears, so if I sound a little odd, that's why. Or if you can hear the music, that's why. The world is mental. And I'm going to demonstrate one example to really prove that. Now, there's a book that I just ordered, but a couple days ago I mentioned on the video that I was going another direction as far as light goes and wisdom and knowledge. The best direction is to go within. But that was just a sidebar. So I went to Barnes & Noble. There was a creator here that recommended a book in which I found, I'm not even going to tell you what the book is, but and it's interesting how I wanted to scan the book to make sure I wanted it, because it's always usually about 50% or so cheaper on Amazon, right? Book's on the way, I'll have it in 2 days. But I flipped through the book and I ended up in the middle of the book on a page where they conducted a study. And the study was, there were 4 groups: Group A, Group B, and Group C, and Group D. And I just finished a run, so I'm a little head high right now, forgive me. Not high, head high, okay? We're about 85 days, you feel me? So, this book shared a study that was conducted with 4 groups. And these 4 groups all had a physical task to do. And at the end of this training deadline, they were all to perform in order to get the results for the test. Group A trained 100% of the time and visualized 0% of the time. Group B trained 75% of the time and visualized 25% of the time. Can you guess what Group C did? They trained 50% of the time and they visualized 50% of the time. And then last but not least, Group D trained 25% of the time and visualized 75% of the time. Now, when this study came to a completion and it was time for results, can you guess what group had the best results? Leave it down in the comments. Can you guess what group had the best results? I'm going to tell you right now. It was Group D. And to remind you, that is the group that trained 25% of the time and visualized 75% of the time. Thus proving in this scenario, in this instance, that is not about what you do on the physical plane. And it is all about what you do in the mental realm, on the mental plane. And I thought to myself, wow. And mind you, I just went into Barnes & Noble and I flipped this book open, okay? I'm flowing with Source. I'm flowing with God. That's how I'm able to pick quantum. I'm just in Barnes & Noble on a moon day or a Tuesday, and I open up the book, I go to the study, I resonate with it. So you know what? Let's put it to the test. Yeah, you know why? It was Moon Day. Because then, obviously up until now, but that whole day, I thought about that study. And I mentioned a couple days ago, I had a pretty aggressive run that just not even a week ago, I was nervous about. I was unsure if I was going to be able to complete this run because it was so aggressive and me jumping right back into running at a high level. Well, Can you guess what I did after reading that passage on Moon Day this week? I literally visualized myself running and completing that with ease. With ease. So for the rest of that Moon Day, I reflected, I imagined me running each mile. That mile, done. Mile 2, done. Oh, I'm halfway there. Mile 3, wow, this is easy. Mile 4, wow. And then I pictured and visualized and felt myself going, wow, we did it. Can you guess what happened on Tuesday? That was after the video that I posted about breaking through. That was after the video I posted about we don't need to fail anymore. We can win for the rest of our life. Can you guess what happened? I smoked that tempo run. 7-mile run. First mile easy. And then it's 1 mile tempo, 3 miles rest. And we do that 4 times in a row. We did that in the rain. Thus, adding another experiment to the cachet of, you got to believe this. Life is mental. So let's kind of let go of all of the outside implications, the outside material, because this is already here. And all of this came here through here. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about anything that you want to have is about really seeing it and really living it in the mental plane. You only see 0.0035% of the light spectrum. This world is a dream. The real world is within. As above, so below. As above, so below. There's one last thing I want to touch on. And we're going to get into a separate video about this, but it's self-worth. There's a reason why you see people that are way less qualified have everything that you desire. They're way less qualified and you know that you're better than them. But yet they have the life that you feel inside. You got to know you're worthy. And I'll leave you with this question. Where are you getting your self-worth from? I want you to answer that question. Where, you don't have to type it in the comments. I want you to really let your mind answer that question. Where are you getting your self-worth from? This music's kind of messing. Where are you getting your self-worth from? As a hawk flies, lands in the middle of the meadow. Where are you getting it from? Are you getting it from your job? Are you getting it from people around you? Outside validation? Are you getting it from the things you do? Are you getting it from material money? Material success? Because that's a sure way to not only stay in the position that you are in, but to not even get close to what and who you truly are, which is divinity. You can have anything you put your mind to. So I implore you, instead of attaining your self-worth, again, from the outside, from the physical, from group A, 100% every day, I want you to go inside for your self-worth. I want you to know you're worthy. And that's it. You don't need anything else. You got to know that. You got to feel that. And if you need help feeling that, I want you to picture yourself happy. I want you to picture yourself feeling good. Just because, not only why not, but just because that's how you've always been. You've just gotten sidetracked. You've been outside of the material. And this outside world will always let you down if you're not operating from the inside world. All I gotta say is simple. This world, this realm, this matrix is mental. Love and light to all, and to all love and light. I'll see you guys soon. Forever out.